Hello and welcome to FTTR. I'm Ian McQuaid and it is Wednesday. That means it is time for my review of NWA Power, episode 28, I do believe. So this is the near penultimate episode before we get to the pay-per-view on June 6th. Now I'm going to give you a rundown of the show, what happened, my thoughts on some of the angles and the matches. So shall we just get right into it? First off, we had a nice rundown of the show, the various matches, a recap of last week in which Nick Aldis and Strictly Business left the building, therefore sacrificing their shot at the NWA Tag Team Championships. And it opened really cool. Once we got the intro package, we got a message from the president, the NWA president, William Patrick Corgan, and this was really cool. It was read off by the announcer whose name I am blanking on, I'm so sorry, but we had a sort of scrolling text of the message, and the basic gist of this was that the Strictly Business are not allowed, they've been stripped of that opportunity at the tag team titles, and Nick Aldis has been docked a week's pay, which will go to charity. Now this was a really cool angle. I didn't know there was a sort of, I knew there was an NWA president obviously, but I didn't know he played such a factor in the show as this, and this was a really cool, really useful way of presenting sort of like an authority figure, and that was great. I really loved the opening, really loved it. And skipping ahead, we didn't get any Nick Aldis on this show whatsoever, which I think was really cool actually, considering he's been on the majority of the shows in the past few months. It was just really cool to have him not be around, sort of selling how much he's pissed off with, the whole Battle Royal stipulation and everything. I thought it was really cool, really nice opening. Then we had NWA TV title action. We had Matt Cross versus Pope, and this was a really entertaining match with some fast-paced action and some great counters. Particularly Matt Cross went for a, jumping over Pope after an Irish whip, which Pope just caught him straight away into a power slam. That was really cool. I really like the 6-minute time limit as well, because every match is just fast paced, and I really like the idea that you can relinquish the belt when you've got 7 wins to face the NWA champion. That's also really cool. It was a great match. Matt Cross is really cool. I'm really happy to see him in the Battle Royal next week, because I'm really becoming quite a big stan for Matt Cross. He's really good, and I'm liking Pope as well. Pope's really cool. He hit the Elijah Express to win and retain the championship with about 50 seconds left on the clock. Really entertaining stuff. And following that, we had Aaron Stevens and Kratos take on Fred Rosser and Marshe Rockett. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. And this was it was a good match, but it was more sort of an angle to me in that, it's Stevens and Kratos continuing that split. I'm imagining they're going to have a match. They're having a match for the tag team titles next week, but I'm imagining that they will have a one-on-one singles match at the pay-per-view. I can't remember the name of the pay-per-view. I keep wanting to say Back for the Attack, but that's the other one. So I'll put it across my face when I remember it. But this match was really fun. It was a really, interesting way to get this match across. It's in that they haven't attacked each other really. They haven't fought apart from the sort of tag team match, the 6-man with Trevor Murdoch. But they're so close to it, and they're just trying to outdo each other, which led into the finish, which was Aaron Stevens hit a clothesline, stared directly at Kratos, right in the eye, and pinned Marshe Rockett. The match was really good. It was one of the longer matches on this week's show, but I really like the angle. I'm really excited to see these two eventually just explode. Hopefully we'll get a stipulation sort of match for that. I'd like to see a no DQ match or something like that. But yes, I'm very excited to see where this feud goes in the future. Next up, we had just a basic interview, not the strongest promo, Melina and Taryn Terrell with May Valentine. It was okay. They put over, each other's, advocates. No, they're the advocates for them, Camille and Thunder Rosa. And they sort of have a feud brewing between themselves, but I'm not particularly into this. It's not, great. I don't really feel like Camille and Thunder Rosa need spokespeople. I think that's a bit weird, but whatever. It was about a 2-minute segment. Don't really mind. It's just, okay. And next up, we got something that was really good, and that is Thunder Rosa versus Genocide. Genocide is awesome. Thunder Rosa is awesome, and they had a really, really cool match. You know, it was mainly Thunder Rosa sort of working over the leg. She was supposed to be facing Camille this week, and yeah, it was just really good. Really good action, really good back and forth. I love both of these two. I think they're both really great, and eventually Thunder Rosa picked up the win by making Genocide tap with an ankle lock, which, you know, makes Thunder Rosa look strong. I imagine she'll be facing Camille on June 6th. So yeah, really fun match. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, Genocide just not takes off from NWA, but I feel like people should be wanting to sign her up like AEW or WWE, because I really, really love Genocide, which is really cool. And it was a great showcase for both competitors, to be honest. Next up, we had a Tyrus promo. Now, if you've been watching any of these other reviews, you know I'm not that into Tyrus. I just don't get it, really. This promo didn't really win me over either. He showed that he was going to be number 1 in the Battle Royal, so I'm imagining, I don't know how they're going to do it. If it's going to be like a Rumble, or if it's just he's the first one who signed his name up to be in it. But I'm just not that into Tyrus. I'm sorry. Not really into Tyrus, not really into Austin Idol. Yeah, he said some things. He announced a few competitors for the match. You know, you've got, I nearly said Kimbo Slice. It's Slice Boogie. And you've got Matt Cross is in there, and a few other names that were announced. I think could have been a better way to do this than having Tyrus and Austin Idol announce this. But again, you know, it just went on a bit long, this promo, to be honest. It was a bit too long, and I like good old sort of long NWA promos. I like Nick Aldis, you know, taking 7 minutes at the start of an episode, but this one just didn't really grab me. Yeah, again, just a bit good content there. And finally, we had the number 1 contenders match for the NWA Tag Team titles. It was the End versus the War Kings. Now, this was something that I really, really fucking loved, because the War Kings are great. I saw that last week. The End, I've never seen them before, didn't know who the End were. They are sick. They are so cool. I like their gear. I like their moveset. I like the way they work together, really fast, hard-hitting tags. This match really got over the End for me. Like, I want to see more of them. I really, really do. I want to see more of them here. I wanted to see them win, to be honest. But we didn't get that, unfortunately. After a really, really strong match, you know, with great tag team action, great tag team moves, great tag team, you know, chemistry, there was a really weird finish where, I don't know if it was to make both guys look strong, both teams, but the War Kings hit a double team move. They hit a snap suplex into a diving elbow, and then the ref counted 2. To me, it definitely looked like the End. I can't remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the guys from the End. I think it was Odin's son. Kicked out at 2. It definitely looked to me like he kicked out at 2. I don't know if he was supposed to be later, and then they showed it on a replay, so I'm assuming it was an angle. But yeah, the War Kings won, and it was just a bit weird, because it definitely to me looked like he kicked out before the 3, even on the replay. But yeah, that finish was a bit weird, a bit skewed. I'd like to have just seen a clean finish, but they're having a match next week, it's the War Kings, so it was good. It's just a really weird finish to me. Really weird finish. And that closed the show. We didn't get any Strictly Business whatsoever, so they will probably be in full force next week. And that is the end of the show. I thought it was really enjoyable. There were a few little bits, a few issues I had with it throughout, but to me, I think the wrestling was stepped up a lot this week. I really enjoyed the wrestling a lot more than previous weeks. I didn't so much enjoy the promos. So I'll probably give this about a 3 out of 5 if I had to. And that is my review of NWA Power. Let me know what you thought of the show. If you've watched it, let me know down in the comments below, and I will try and reply to every single one of you. Thank you all ever so much for your support, and have a nice day.